Hey all, welcome to week 9, Aspie Sean. Sean here. How you doing? So I've been running around all day. I have found finally some employment. It is 1 day a week. Today was the day. So I was running around all day with a copy of the official list. Some of you who watch, your names are on here if you've requested videos. And I've been answering fan mail. Hopefully I've got to everyone. I'm terribly sorry. I have dysgraphia. I mean, say that all the time, but it really does affect how long it takes me to get back to you in type format. Although some of you, like I said, I'm probably getting more into vid replies for anything that's too terribly long because, why not? And if you get a vid reply from me, it will be a unlisted video, which means that probably once a few days or so after you acknowledge that you got it, I'll probably take it down. And the only place that it'll be is on my hard drive. So that, privacy is maintained. Just for those who don't know, an unlisted video is one on YouTube that you can only access if you have the link. There's 3 settings: private, unlisted, and public, and all the Aspie Sean videos are public. Private replies will remain private. They will be between you and me. So week 9, I decided to sort of like start ticking stuff off the bottom, and one of the early questions, which I looked down and realized I completely missed, and it came up tonight. I was at a conference with a mathematician at my local university, and it sort of came up. It was an interesting experiment. It was a little hard. But today's topic is, what is it to have to consciously process nonverbal cues? I forget who asked me that, so I know it wasn't me, but I mentioned it and somebody asked me what that was like. And so if you are the person who asked me, this video is for you. I'm terribly sorry, I forget who you are. So I can process nonverbal cues and subtleties of speech. Not very well, but I can do it. Every Aspie I've met, every Aspie I've talked to who's really tried can do it. But it's a skill. It's a skill like doing high-end math or driving through really crappy traffic. If you've been to the Bay Area, or if you've been to Philadelphia or Cleveland, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Miami, I've heard. Basically any place like that, yeah, crappy traffic. And you have to go through fast. If any of you have been a courier, you know what I'm talking about. So I can do it, but I feel dumber when I have to. Imagine trying to hold a conversation while doing algebra. That's basically what it is. Is it really high-end math? Sometimes. With women especially, that not all of my friends I have this problem with. Certain friends I don't. Mostly because I've known them long enough that I've sort of memorized a set pattern that they have. And this is something that I've heard Aspies do as well. They will, when they're around somebody long enough, and we're talking years and years and years, they will learn the set pattern. But before that, no. So with romantic relationships, I'm always like I'm watching, and of course I can't look people in the eyes. That's not something I can do. If you go, I'm like, frighten me, and I cannot look people in the eyes. I had an ex-girlfriend that, well, more than one, that didn't understand that, and ex-girlfriends, ex-people. People not here at this moment. Friends, not friends. Ex-friends. People I've just met. Ex-girlfriends. Teachers. Cops. Judges. couple of judges. Okay, my life, 2 judges. Hey, I've got a speeding ticket. What do you want from me? Not now, not in 10 years, but 10 years ago. Speeding ticket. I can't look people in the eyes. I can. Wait, I can. I think the longest I've been able to do it was 3 whole seconds, and then I was toast. So yeah, I try to process nonverbal cues by not doing that. Obviously, I do that in fighting and martial arts. That's something I will cover in the martial arts videos in more detail. But what it feels like is I'm doing another task. I'm having to consciously pay attention. And I think that's why I've been getting better at reading nonverbal communication in movies and film. I'm like, hey, was that guy going to do that? And they're like, you didn't know? I'm like, Aspie. They're like, oh, yeah. So, because I'm not involved. And that may be why I'm better at analyzing other people's relationships and what they're doing, is because I'm not involved. If I'm involved, I have something to lose. It matters more. And so, I mean, I'm just giving advice. I can give advice. They know I'm just giving advice. They can go, that sucks, and throw it away. But when it's me, I don't have anybody else talking to me. And I'm very bad at it. Let's talk about girls. I've had, in my life, more than once, somebody say to me, dude, she was so into you. Like, she was? I'm like, you're a good-looking guy. Of course she was. I am. You don't know? I'm like, I don't judge guys. I'm straight. I go up to the gay guy. Hey, boss. I had a gay boss. Hey, boss, am I cute? Yeah, you're cute. Okay. And, you just sort of had that backup. But yeah, more than once I've had people tell me that somebody was really into me and I didn't pick up on it. My stepdad talked about, when I was a teenager, more than a dozen women he saw this happen to. More than a dozen girls. I just spaced. Cannot read nonverbal body language. I remember I was 23 when I found out. I'm 34 now. And I'm rewatching Lie to Me, and suddenly, 2 seasons in, rewatching the show, I'm like, wait a minute, I could watch this because they are right about expressions. I could watch this and memorize what they're doing. And hopefully it'll work. But like I said, it's a skill set. It's not something I was born with. It's not something pretty much any Aspie is born with. David Finch talks about being a salesman. Well, being a salesman requires reading, but he also talks about how he basically rote memory learned all of that. And he's still not terribly good at it sometimes, but he has persona where he can fake it. And there's an interview with him and his wife, and his wife talks about seeing that persona kick into gear and just being amazed by it. He said, wasn't my husband anymore, and then was. So yeah, I don't do customer service and I don't do sales for that exact reason. That can't read body language. And when I try to, I'm trying to read body language while holding a conversation. Okay? Texting and driving doesn't work. Calling on the phone and driving doesn't work. Eating and driving doesn't work. And I'm trying to do that exact same thing, which is why holding a conversation with somebody while driving and trying to read their body language is probably going to get me killed one of these days. I can hold a conversation. I can talk to somebody next to me while I'm driving, but I'm not paying attention to the conversation. I'm paying attention to driving. I sort of use the force. I'm zoned out. I'm one with the vehicle over here. So yeah, I haven't really talked about it. I've talked around it, but what is it like to have to consciously process nonverbal cues? What is it like? It sucks. It sucks big time. Okay, I have to just it's like doing math. It's like it's like trying to take someone's suit measurements while the guy's walking and talking to you, and you're like crowded in New York street. You got to take some guy's measurement. Excuse me, pardon me. That's a 33. Okay, would you stop moving that arm? And it's tough, and it's really hard. And so what is it like? It's like something you never want to have to do in your life. And for all of you out there who are neurotypical, and by neurotypical in this sense, I mean people born intuitively with the body language, facial expression, vocal tone trick that no Aspie has. Not one. You have it lucky, my friend. And I envy you. Yeah, again, with this week, I feel like I haven't gotten to nearly half of it. If you want to know more, let me know. If you think I haven't covered it all, I'll do part 2. Apparently, last week, I had it wrong. Y'all thought it was fine. I was like, I think I need to do a part 2. You're like, no, you got it. This week, I don't know. Y'all have a good evening, and I am soon off to bed. Sleep well, America, or unless you're watching it in the daytime, have some coffee. Talk to you later.